Embracing change can be one of the most challenging experiences in life. We often find ourselves held back by uncertainty, trapped in cycles of self-doubt or hesitation. Yet, in those very moments, the seeds of transformation are sown. The purposeful pivot isn't just a change of direction. It's a conscious commitment to growth, even when faced with discomfort or fear of the unknown. The growth mindset, championed by researchers and thought leaders, reminds us that our abilities and talents are not fixed traits, but qualities we can develop through effort, perseverance, and learning from experience. Imagine a crossroads in your life, perhaps at work or in a personal pursuit, where the path ahead seems foggy. Perhaps you hear a voice inside, whispering doubts. Am I good enough? What if I fail? Do I really have what it takes? These voices are not unique to you. They echo in the minds of artists, entrepreneurs, students, parents, and leaders alike. The difference between stagnation and progress lies not in silencing these doubts, but in choosing how to respond to them. At the heart of the purposeful pivot is self-awareness. It's the ability to pause and observe your reactions, to recognize that moment of doubt as an opportunity for growth rather than a stop sign. Instead of turning away from the challenge, lean into curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I learn here? How might this moment, uncomfortable or uncertain as it is, be guiding me towards something greater? It is helpful to understand that our beliefs about our capabilities shape our actions. Carol Dweck's research on growth mindset highlights two contrasting perspectives. The fixed mindset, which assumes intelligence and potential are set in stone, and the growth mindset, which posits that persistence, effort, and continuous learning lead to improvement. People with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace setbacks as valuable feedback rather than as reflections of inadequacy. With each purposeful pivot, each decision to move forward despite uncertainty, our mental framework is rewired for resilience. The journey from doubt to action often begins with reframing how we perceive failure. Instead of regarding setbacks as defeats, consider them stepping stones. Every misstep is packed with insights that can propel us forward. Ask yourself, not, why did I fail? But, what did I discover? This subtle shift in questioning transforms every outcome into an opportunity for mastery. Take, for example, the story of Thomas Edison. Edison famously conducted thousands of unsuccessful attempts before inventing the light bulb. When a reporter asked him how it felt to fail so many times, Edison responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's relentless experimentation is the essence of a growth mindset in action. Rather than being debilitated by doubt, he leveraged it as fuel for discovery. But how can you cultivate a purposeful pivot in your own life? Start with intention. Purpose defines the why behind your actions. It's the deeper motivation that gives each pivot meaning. Clarifying your purpose anchors you during times of change. It helps you to see challenges not as random obstacles, but as necessary chapters in your story of growth. Next, embrace small actions. The leap from doubt to decisive action does not require grand gestures. It often starts with the smallest step. Break down intimidating goals into manageable tasks. Each step builds confidence, creating a virtuous cycle. Action fosters learning, learning fosters growth, and growth nurtures a positive mindset. Encouraging a growth mindset also involves challenging the stories you tell yourself. Our inner dialogue shapes our reality. Notice when you use words like, "I can't," or "I'm not good at this." Replace them with phrases that reflect possibility. "I can learn," "I'm improving." "This is difficult, but with effort, I'll get better." Over time, this conscious reframing rewires your perception and unlocks new dimensions of capability. Feedback is a cornerstone of growth. Seek out perspectives from mentors, peers, or those on similar journeys. Constructive feedback highlights blind spots and catalyzes improvement. It can be uncomfortable to hear that you could do better, but remember, critique is not condemnation. It is a compass. The willingness to listen, integrate, and adapt demonstrates a commitment to progress. Purposeful pivots require resilience, the strength to persist through adversity. Cultivate resilience by practicing self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself when you stumble. Treat yourself the way you would encourage a close friend, with understanding, patience, and encouragement. Celebrate milestones, however small, and give yourself credit for every step forward, even when the progress feels invisible. Growth also depends on adaptability. In a fast-changing world, flexibility is a superpower. Be open to revising your goals as you learn and experience new things. Sometimes the destination shifts as you gain new insights. The ability to course-correct isn't a sign of indecision, it's evidence of wisdom. Within every purposeful pivot lies untapped potential. Perhaps you've been contemplating a career change, returning to school, launching a creative project, or adopting a healthier lifestyle. The initial doubt is natural. It's your mind's way of protecting you from the discomfort of uncertainty. But growth lives just beyond that discomfort. When you move from, "I don't know if I can," to, "I'm willing to try," you open the door to possibility. Think about the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced a slew of rejections from publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. She didn't allow those rejections to define her talent or worth as a writer. Instead, she treated each no as feedback, not a final judgment. Her story, like so many others, is a testament to the power of persistence and the mindset that values growth over immediate validation. Purposeful pivots thrive in environments that nurture experimentation. Whether at work or home, encourage a culture of curiosity. Ask questions like, "What did we learn from this attempt?" Or, "How can we improve next time?" Such questions create psychological safety, the sense that it's okay to take risks and that mistakes are integral to innovation. Mindset is a practice, not a destination. Build rituals into your routine that foster reflection and intentionality. Journaling about your learning experiences, meditating on growth, or even talking through your challenges with a trusted friend can build the emotional muscles required for lasting change. With practice, doubt loses its power to paralyze, and action becomes a habit. Community is another crucial aspect. Share your aspirations with others. Supportive relationships provide encouragement during difficult times, and accountability partners help maintain momentum. Collective growth is often greater than what we can achieve alone. If you ever feel overwhelmed by doubt, remember that every trailblazer began with uncertainty. They chose, sometimes in tiny increments, to step forward anyway. You too have that capacity. Growth is not about flawless execution. It's about consistent effort. Consider the athlete who trains daily, adjusting and learning from each performance. Or the entrepreneur who iterates on their business model, integrating feedback with every pivot. Or the parent who adapts to the evolving needs of their child, learning alongside them. In each case, progress is the product of a growth mindset applied persistently over time. The choice to act, to try, to pivot purposefully is available to each of us, regardless of starting point. As you reflect on your own journey, ask yourself, where is doubt holding me back from action? What purposeful pivot is waiting to be made? What support do I need? And what first step is within my reach? Answering these questions honestly is the ignition for transformation. Celebrate not just your successes, but your willingness to engage in the process. The courage to try, to risk, to learn, and to grow, these are the hallmarks of a thriving mindset. Every pivot, no matter how small, is a testament to your capacity for change. In summary, the purposeful pivot is not about abandoning your path at the first sign of difficulty, nor is it about remaining rigid when circumstances call for adaptation. It's about intentionally steering your course based on self-knowledge and a commitment to growth. It means embracing discomfort as a teacher, reframing failure as learning, and approaching every challenge with the belief that you have the capacity to improve. With a growth mindset, life becomes a journey not of reaching fixed destinations, but of continuous exploration, creation, and renewal. You learn to trust yourself, Not to be flawless, but to be adaptable. Not to always succeed, but to always persevere. The path from doubt to action is paved with courage, curiosity, and self-compassion. So the next time uncertainty finds you, pause and take a breath. Recognize that doubt is a signal, not a stop. Let your purpose guide your next step, however small. Seek feedback, embrace learning, and trust in your capacity to grow. The journey of 1,000 purposeful pivots starts with a single decision: to move forward, one step at a time, from doubt into action.